Hello guys and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be jumping into two Battlegrounds game. You'll see them both. They are sped up so that I can fit two in. Basically today I just wanted to talk about Battlegrounds at the minute, who the good counters are, what the nodes are. You guys have already seen them. You already know Battlegrounds is already out. It's not like it will be new information to you. However, I just wanted to get this video out after playing it a couple times and seeing who is the good champs for this one. Who should you definitely have in your deck? So that will be what we're doing today, and then we'll also be talking about the big gameplay on the screen. So to knock it off, to start it off, what are the nodes? We have Blood in the Water 2, so when the attacker is suffering from a debuff, the defender gains Passive Fury, granting 150% attack, lasting until all debuffs. This one is there because it links to the long distance relationship, which is sort of the main node of this one, and that's whenever close to the defender, you as the attacker gain a weakness debuff every 3 seconds, reducing your attack by 10% permanently. However, when you move away, these weaknesses begin to fall off. So this is sort of to avoid the really quick fights, but you'll still see a lot of like I was watching Lagsy's video this morning and he was absolutely flying through fights, still at 100% slower, but you still have your 100% health. So this is nice. This is less restricting than the last one that was out. The last meta I thought was a bit restrictive. You needed those armor up champs or champs who have stagger or nullify or neutralize or lots of armor break, whereas this allows you to have your normal deck in, but with a few other champs who you should definitely rank up and bring in. So attackers you want for this one are going to be attackers who shrug. So these are people like Kingpin, Nick Fury on his heavies, Blade at 3 bars of power. You know any champs who shrug or have cleanse. Jabari Panther, another one. That's because they will shrug off the weakness, and then you will still be able to stay at sort of full health or full attack rating. However, you do have to be careful with champs like Crossbones, like with Kingpin. If you're taking on champs like, let's see it on the screen here, Ultron, and he puts a bleed on you, you're not going to be able to shrug off all the weaknesses and all the bleeds, and eventually you'll gain them. But these skill champs are the best way to work. However, you'll see in my games here, I don't actually take in champs who, I don't have any shrug champs in my deck, or champs who sort of really complement the attacking for this. So what I end up doing is just bringing in my normal champs, the same as what it seems other people I've come up against are doing, and then just going to try and finish the fight as quickly as possible while also staying at high health, as you normally do with Battlegrounds. That's why I don't think this is too restrictive. That's why I really like it, and I'm really quite pleased this is the new one and that it's not too restrictive. However, on the defensive side, this can be really, really useful. This is because obviously having the debuff on you or on the attacker can sometimes give some defenders some really good abilities. For example, the main one who stands out is Warlock. When infected, obviously on when Warlock's placed on defense, if the tramp is trying to heal while infected, they also get a power drain and a degeneration. So obviously having that weakness on, most champs have, if you've got the willpower mastery on, which you probably will do when in Battlegrounds or just in general questing, willpower is one of those that you absolutely want to have. It does mean that Warlock is really, really good on defense. It means that you're constantly degenerating because you've got those weaknesses on you, which are then giving you willpower because they are a debuff. And he is just one example of somebody who shines. Another example would be Void, obviously, because when Void is on, with Void's abilities, when you have a debuff, he then punishes you for having that debuff on you. So this can be really, really good when you put him on defense, because he'll be doing that extra damage. So a ranked up Void is really good. They're two champs that you probably want to ban if you haven't got them. They'll be really good for this meta. But then you've also got these normal champs, damage over time champs. Their damage over time doesn't get affected, I don't think, by the attack rating, or it does, but it's not that major. So champs like I-Bomb, Nick Fury with the bleeds, Black Panther, Black Widow, Deadly Origin, they really stand out for me. Black Widow, Deadly Origin absolutely shreds a few of the champs in this video. You'll see the sort of the Battlegrounds going on in the background. But this one is definitely more, this meta, in my opinion, is more about staying at full health. You know, if you can stay at full health, even if you get your champ down to like 25%, it will, it still won't matter. Like you see here, there's 1 second left. My overseer is at 80%, but I outdo them because, you know, they die to Gore, who is a great defender as well, and also great attacker recently with the new buff he's had. Other champs who do work for this and who will be good are champs who stay far away. So, you know, your Professor X has all his special attacks are quite far away. You've got I'm just thinking of champs that I have. You know, you've got Gore with his SP2 is far away. Hercules is another one. Ultron with his SP1. There's a lot of champs out there that that can be useful for this, but I would say apart from maybe Void, who off the top of my head is a really good one, and then also have Warlock, there aren't loads of champs out there who will be who will really sort of be affected directly by this new meta. For example, what I mean by that is like getting effects off that weakness. Somebody like Sasquatch would be really good because those weakness mean that you take longer to kill him, and then that means taking longer to kill him then creates you more time, gives you more time to win. I got also, just on a note, I got very lucky there. I can't believe I fought that Ultron so badly. I just slipped on the first one, got all the bleeds, and then they did an absolute ton of damage. And you can see that with this, just going onto that point with the Ultron, you can see with when you have that weakness on you, that passive fury does so much damage. Like Ultron hit me for like, what was it, 20k or something with those bleeds as well, or like 60% of my health. It was crazy. But luckily I get the win. I'm trying to fly through this as quick as possible. I do want to get to the gladiator circuit this season. Haven't got there yet, but I do think I've got the roster for it and the skills, so I'm hoping that I can sort of get up there and enjoy that for the first time. But like I was saying, you know, there are some champs who do also indirectly benefit from this node. You have the Sasquatches as an example, but these are also champs that take a long time to die. By that I mean Sasquatch, you know, Rintra is really good for this as well because he the weaknesses will take you longer to kill him. Then you've got like Mr. Fantastic, he's obviously got that debuff on him that causes him to evade much better. More often, so he can be a real pain. You need a sort of direct counter to him, a Falcon, a Nick Fury, Professor X with above 25 channeling charges, you know, all those champs who prevent evade, so he can be somebody who's quite useful on both offense and defense. I also just thought of Atuma. He's a really good one, especially being recently in the featured. The amount of times he shrugs all the time. He if you remember fighting him in the event quest, he was really annoying. He shrugged basically everything. He will be really, really handy in this. Hitmonkey will be good. I just saw him on screen there, and that reminded me that he has the shrug on attack. He'll be a really, really good one, as well as like those Kingpin, Shang-Chi's, Nick Fury's, as sort of I said earlier. What I will say is the thing with the Tuma is that you do have to throw those heavy attacks for him to purify it, so that can be really annoying. But that's only to do non-damaging debuff, so he will work for this weakness. Science champs, skill champs are really the way to go here on the sort of offensive end. Elsa Bloodstone is another one who just popped to my head. She's got great shrugging as well. Valkyrie can work, but she's a little bit iffy. Sometimes she shrugs, sometimes she doesn't. A lot of the skill champs really work, but you would have seen that in like Legacy's videos or Karate Mike's videos. So you really want to prioritize them as they'll be really, really good for taking this down. But I am going to try and think of some more niche options for this. Options that maybe won't get banned because people don't think that they're going to be so good with this meta. these are people like Hyperion. Obviously, he has the power gain, so lots of SP1s will obviously keep the attacker far away, so those weaknesses are never really on you. Tigra, because she has the unblockables. She obviously, you need, the SP2s where she's really bouncing here back and forth. There are also champs that you want to probably, usually that you would play a little bit away from. For example, Bishop, once he does that SP1, and every time you go near him, he gets those incinerates. He can be a real pain to fight, so you normally just naturally stay away from him. So him on, he will be really, really good as well. Somebody really nice to have. But saying all of that, there aren't many champs in this in meta, in my opinion, like I have said previously, where you really need them to benefit. You can bring in your normal champs. 80% of your deck, your best deck, will be useful in this. It is all just about how quickly you can take champs down. So yeah, that's what we'll probably sort of do it for this video. You will get to see the end of this Battlegrounds. I actually can't believe that. Sometimes I really, really hate taking on Dragon Man. I got very lucky with the auto block there, Christ. But yeah, I don't really like taking him on because of the power. But if you keep him to that SP1, it's not too bad. That's just something I didn't do here. You will see that Overseer is another one who's good. You want champs who, he gets that physical vulnerability, so then he's just hitting at norm, and then that actually brings me the win for this one. So yeah, that's what does it for this video. Again, I apologise for the cold, maybe being a bit quiet, but yeah, I've tried to give you guys as much information as I can. Good counters for this. Warlock and Void are the two definites. Get them in for defense, and then for offense you want Shruggers. That will do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Goodbye.